Then he started talking shit on Facebook again, just recently. And I fucking told him to fuck right off or say it to my face, and he never fucking replied. You know, I hate people like that. Fucking pussies. I play a little bit of GTA. I'm just right now, like, I'm waiting on the Red Dead Redemption update. So I'm trying to play. That's why I'm playing Bully right now. Is because I've only got 3 hours left. I got 3 hours left before the Red Dead update, which looks really good. With all the new jobs and stuff. So fuck. If I put a multiplayer game on, it'll jump up to like 7 or 8 hours. If I just stick on like Bully, it's a PS2 game, I should have it done in fucking
the biohazard container.
2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours tops. So I'm fucking pumped for that. Do you not play Red Dead?
Do you play Siege?
Dude. Yeah, do you play Rainbow Six?
I keep inviting Siege to Siege, but he won't join, so, you know.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Siege. You said Siege to Siege.
Shane. I meant. I keep inviting you, but you don't join.
I just told you that I was gonna I'm gonna play a single player game.
I know.
Until, fucking, because I really want to play that new update, man. I really want to play that new update. Fucking sick, get to be a bounty hunter or a fucking trapper, like a whatever. I don't know. You have to. Like blowing you up, yes. That's why I stopped playing it in the first place. At the very start, when because they just go on the game to fucking talk shit, really. That's all they do. And that's what, that's okay. The one thing on Red Dead when it came out, it was just like Grand Theft Auto, except in the Wild West. And online mode didn't have much to do at all until this new update. So most people, like, you just go out hunting, and then all of a sudden you'd get some guy that's like really good at headshots, because like one headshot or two if you have a hat on and the right perk. But fucking like they would just come and you'd just be trying to hunt, and they'd come and fucking shoot you and fucking kill your horse and throw all your fucking perfect pelts in the mud over and over and over and over and over again. Like
my Red Dead just freezed when I had some perfect deer pelt. Like I had just gotten it, and my game was like, "Oh, time to freeze."
See, all I really know how to do. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I was about to say. That's all I really know how to do in GTA is play the casino.
I won 2 cars from the new casino.
I won nothing but clothing.
Yeah, I won 2 cars, and then like it's just clothing now.
That's all I get is clothing.
It's really annoying.
The first time I spun it though, it like my controller fucked up, because you know how it always walks by itself or spins by itself.
Yeah.
Well, I was using the one with the spinning like that, and I tried to spin it, but it only fucking clicked 4 times. It went 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish I knew how to do that, because like sometimes you can wait for other people to get close to the car and then just, you know what I mean? Fuck, I wish I knew how to do that. It was just a fucking screw up on my controller.
Unrolling razor wire. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds to insertion.
Fuck, man. So you ever hang out in Colburn anymore? Fucking. I haven't been there in a while either. I live out at my parents too. So. But I'm like, like just halfway between Colburn and Brighton. Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm not in the park anymore, but like, yeah, I've got like I'm living with my mom in a house, so. Yeah, it's all right, but like I gotta find a place soon. Cause you heard about my building, like Justice's building. Yeah, I lived right below. Yeah, I was living right below him. I was in the building when it happened, and I don't mind them, but their dad, I really don't like their dad. Like Chris's dad, Paul, right? That's his name. Oh, he's a fucking piece of shit, bro. I'm pretty sure he poisoned my dog. Because, yeah, dude, my word, okay, because, get this, okay, you know how, when they lived there, they had, this, like, outside their window was, like, with the picnic table and the grass, where they was supposed to be the common area, but they basically said, no, nobody's allowed there but us, right? You know where I'm talking about? That little patch of grass? And then, so they would let their dog walk out there and shit in the grass, right? And they never picked it up. Like, they never picked it up. And my window was right below that. So when it rained, or got really humid or something, all I could smell was dog shit. And, like, it would actually fill my apartment up so bad that sometimes people could smell it through the door and they'd blame me. Right? And they'd say that I didn't clean up after my dog in my own house. Which is ludicrous, right? Like, I even had fucking Diane come in and I was just like, look, there's nothing anywhere. But, like, I never complained against them once, right? Never once, right? And then, what happened is, I was walking Mo, and we were in the back parking lot and he took a shit. I didn't have a bag on me or in my house, so I walked through the alleyway to get one of the bags at the park. You know how they have those free dog shit bags all around the park. Yeah, they're on the poles. There's like 4 of them at each corner of the park, like one by the gazebo and one right across the street from the alley and shit. And so I went there to grab the bag. By the time I got back, it was gone. I'm like, what the fuck? That's confusing as hell, right? So then the next day, Ron shows up and says that I have not been picking up after my dog. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, I'm like, the one and only time I have not picked up after Mo is, I can't, like, I usually walk, I can't say what happens if somebody else walks him, but 90% of the time it's me. Like Paul, like not that Paul, but like Paul who passed away, he used to help me sometimes and stuff, but I'm pretty sure he picked up after, because he picked up after his dog and all that. But I said it was yesterday, because I walked, he took a shit, then I walked to get and then I came back and looked for it, and it was gone, because I got the bag. And he's like, oh, I know you didn't pick it up yesterday, because Paul has you on videotape. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, first of all, why didn't he say anything to me? He's sitting there videotaping me through his window. It's creepy, right?
That's a bit weird.
Like, on his phone. I'm like, okay, well then go look at the videotape. Did he videotape the part where I came back and searched all around the whole fucking parking lot to see if a big fucking dog shit fucking blew away? Like, no. I'm like, yeah, well there you go. And I'm not complaining, but like, I don't know whose dog climbs out the back window and shits in the grass, but it sure as hell ain't Mo. What the fuck? Hold on. You know what I mean? Did Mo just bark? Hold on. Did Mo just bark? It must be the TV. Or maybe it's the mic. Fucking, yeah, I'm like, so somebody's dog's shitting there in the grass, and they're not picking it up. I'm not, and he's just like, well, yeah, I'll talk to him. I'm like, no, don't talk to him. He's like, I told Ron not to talk to him about it, but he still did, right? And, holy fuck, I keep forgetting that I have to sleep in this game. Like, I almost passed out on the floor. Fucking... Anyway, so, ever since that happened, they put the school bus there, right? They put the school bus there so nobody could use it, which I think is bullshit, but whatever. Still, I'm not one to complain, right? If I got a problem, I'll knock on your door. I'm not gonna try and get you evicted over a petty bullshit, right? And get this, okay? Shortly after that, after Ron, even though I told Ron not to do it, you know, like fucking, like whatever, that was cool of him. He was sticking up for me, like, you know, because he could see that Paul was being a dick. Because I always picked up after Mo, right? And if you looked on the video, like I actually spent 10 minutes looking for a piece of shit underneath cars and stuff. You know? And so, anyway, so then a couple weeks later, Mo's stomach started swelling, right? And it was like, and he was sniffing, like, I woke up, and my grandma wanted me to come out to the park here to do some work. So as we get in the car, Mo runs off to go poo, right? So, and he was sniffing. He didn't actually end up shitting because, like, he was sniffing all around Buddy's car. And I was like, Mo, you can wait 2 minutes to get down the road. Don't go near that car, right? Blah, 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 right? He didn't even take a shit. He took a piss, but he was sniffing all around the car. And you know how dogs are, hooked, like, go to antifreeze? Eh? Like antifreeze, if a dog smells a bowl of antifreeze, he'll sniff it out and it will smell good to him. And it'll taste good to him. So, like, they'll, like, drink it, like, it's like poison to a dog, right? Mm-hmm. So, and he had an empty bottle of it in his back of his truck or trailer or whatever it was.
Who just has a bottle of antifreeze in their truck?
Well, you can use it for, like,
your car,
in Canada, like, to, like, I can kind of see why, but, like, anyways, and then Mo, okay, so later that night, Mo's stomach got big, and I was like, look how fat Mo's getting, holy, and my aunt seen it, and then later that night around midnight, his stomach was like, dude, it was like, this, like, so big, it looked like, it was so huge, like, I'm talking massively huge, right? And the vent was closed and everything, I didn't know what to do, and it was rock solid, right? Like if you squished it, if you poked it, it was like poking a fucking wall, right? And and he kept puking up his food, everything he would eat, he would puke up, and he kept having diarrhea, like wet, super just like water, brown water diarrhea that smelled like, it almost smelled like pine saw, you know what I mean? And so then I take him to the vet. I sit up with him all night and I keep him hydrated. I don't know what to do because, like, when their stomach gets like that, what can happen is, like, usually what happens is they eat something and it blocks their intestines, right? And then so the air gets trapped, and then their stomach gets really big. And you actually, your dog is part shepherd, right, brother man? So yeah, Brandon. So if your dog's stomach, if your dog's part shepherd, and they're very prone to this. This is actually how my uncle's dog died, without the poison though. But like, if their stomachs, if they get bloat, they call it, their stomach bloats out, gets really big and hard, and their stomach can twist inside them, and then they're basically dead, right? Like it twists and kind of ties itself in a knot. So I took him to the vet and they x-rayed him, everything. They shoved their finger up his ass, tried to work it out, tried to feel if there was anything blocking it. She said there's absolutely nothing blocking the dog's intestines. You're very lucky his stomach didn't twist. Cause like this, like the worst case of bloat I've seen in a couple years. And fucking, I'm just like, okay. And she's like, basically said, she's like, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that, are you sure he didn't get any chemicals or like anything, or any antifreeze around or anything he would have drank? I'm like, no, like, I live in this little thing, right? Like, you know what I mean? And so, luckily, I don't know what they did, but they did something for him. It's just, so they basically said he got poisoned. But I couldn't figure it out at the time. I just didn't know where it would have came from. Okay? And then, fucking, so, but they made him better somehow. I think they just kept shoving their fucking hand up his ass until, to like release the, to like make, like release the pressure, you know? So, like, anyways, so fucking, you know, he got better. And then, you know, Paul, who passed away? Well, he comes up to me, brother man, and 2 weeks later, and he tells me that about a week before this all happened, he said that if any dog goes near his truck again, he's gonna poison it. Not Paul, who passed away, like Chris's dad said that. You know what I mean? So, like, I didn't even put two and two together. I would have done something. I was just sitting here after the building fell one night thinking about Paul, because Paul had passed or something, or maybe, I don't know when it was, but I was thinking about it. And I'm like, that motherfucker did it. He said he was going to do it, and then a week later he did it, because Mo was really sniffing, like he was trying to get at something underneath his car. The vet said he was you know what I mean? And at this point, the guy, I don't know where the guy lived. Like, I'd have killed him. You know what I mean? Because so that's basically it. Mom, do you want your door closed? I'm gonna turn on the light here.
Dang.
Yeah, so that's why. Sorry, that was a long story. Just like I get really.
5 seconds to go.
I don't know. When it comes to that, it pisses me off. You know what I mean?
Proceed to the biohazard container and secure it.
Yeah, fuck you. It scared me, man. He almost died. Doesn't it sound like the guy poisoned him? Though? He said,
Yeah.
you know, he didn't take my would poison the next dog that goes near his car. And Mo was trying to eat something from underneath this guy's car. Fucking the next at very thing, he was puking and shitting and got bloat, and the vet said he got poisoned. So yeah, dude. Fucking hell. Bug me. Oh. I need a beer, but I really want to go into town and get a bottle of water. There's nothing that would be better for me right now than an ice cold bottle of water. They should make, you know what's a good fucking idea? Dog, you want to go in with me on this? We can make a fortune. If we both like put some money together, we can start a business where you get water, right? You get a bottle of water, and then beside it, there's like, it comes with like a little mini tray of juice. You know what I mean? Because like, then it's even ice, because you know, sometimes you just crave it, like to be so cold. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, dude.
Shane, you make a lot of money. You give half of it to me.
No, I'd give half of it to fucking Brandon, man. Because he'd be fucking my partner. Is that not a good idea, though? Do you think you'd make money off that? I know, you'd have to figure out how you could, like, I guess you could go into Max and the water bottles with all the other water bottles. And when you buy it in the ice cream freezer,
Locate the biohazard
you pick up your little thing of ice cubes before you walk out. We could even like put them in like a little tiny styrofoam cooler. You know what I mean? That would be, or even just the ice cubes in a styrofoam cooler, because that would be like that'd be like 10 cents per ice cube tray that people could walk out with, and make it small enough to fit in a bottle. And so anybody who buys a bottle of water can spend an extra like 75 cents, and we'd like make like that. The profits are like, you know, more than double.
Well done. Biohazard container located. Proceed to the
Fuck
biohazard
yeah,
container
bro,
and
yo,
secure it.
I should do
10
that.
cents
Yo,
for
and
an
then, like,
ice cube thing. 75 cents extra. That's what, 7 times what you're putting in, right?
I think so. Like cause like all we need to spend the money on is like just like we could put them in, like we can make them in special little tiny, like super tiny ice cubes, and then just all we really need to spend money on is the styrofoam or the plastic or whatever we used to put them in the cooler, so that people can walk out. Right? Watch that come out in 6 months. Somebody's listening to steal my idea. What's everybody playing?
I'm playing Siege, but this dude just stole my kill.
Yo, Brandon, how do you even play GTA Online? Like, they say that there's like fucking like James Bond missions and everything, but I can't find them. What? You know what I mean, Ollie? What, like the James Bond, the super hero, like not the superhero, like the spies and super villains and shit.
Secure the
Ollie,
container.
I don't know. I remember that coming out. Well, like okay, let's talk about like any mission, like the corporate espionage missions and stuff. Like, do you not remember them coming out?
Op 4 neutralized. Mission
Like where you could run, and the ones where you can run a nightclub and shit. Look it up on Google, man. Google it on your phone. The nightclub missions or the supervillain missions. That's where the supervillain. You know the flying motorcycles and shit. That's where. I know, but that's where they came from. Was the supervillain missions and shit. I just don't know where to get them. I don't know how to get to those missions. Ollie, you were saying something about a motorcycle club. Ollie. Ollie.
Mm-hmm.
In your you have a motorcycle club?
Yeah.
What the fuck? How do I get my own motorcycle club?
You just buy it.
No, I don't have anything. I don't even know what I did. The last time I actually played a mission, I think it was with like Josh and a couple people, Josh MC and a couple people when the heists came out. Remember, I don't know how to do a heist anymore either. I don't know how to get into a heist.
Yo, these boys actually out here taking my characters. Like,
Do I need to make money? What'd you say? Yeah, well, I don't know. I think I have like 50 or 500,000. I think I've got like Fuck. I wasted a hell of a lot, you know. What?
Secure the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
Yeah, it happens when I walk to the kitchen. Fucking, does the bulletproof car stop the rockets and the flying motorcycles and shit? Oh, that's fine as fuck.
Op 4
Fuck.
drone located the biohazard container. Device activated.
How? Shoot the window?
Down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds and counting.
No, that's fucked. They must use armor-piercing bullets or something.
Op 4 has located the biohazard container.
What's that do? Does that give you extra missions and shit? What's that do? What? That is kinda sick. What car?
One friendly remaining.
I still have the starter vehicle. See, I still have the
All
starter
friendlies
vehicle.
were eliminated. Mission failure.
So, you buy the penthouse because you could have got it for free. There was a way to get it for free, but it's done now. But so if you buy the penthouse, you get missions you can do to make money. Okay, so that must be the same as the supervillains and the fucking and the nightclub, the dance club or nightclub type shit, because all that stuff. See, I don't understand. I want to. You really should get Red Dead, bro.
Yeah, for real. It's really realistic, man.
Like, even if like, well, the newest online update, I haven't played it yet, but like everybody says that it makes online worthwhile now, because like there's actually like a lot of stuff to do. But even if you're not playing online, the single player alone is worth the whole game.
Single player alone is like the best game ever. Ma'am?
You never what?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you own it?
Good work. The biohazard container has been located.
See, the single player is
Insertion
so
in 10
much fun.
seconds.
How far did you get in single player?
5 seconds.
It's fucking, it's
Proceed to
worth it,
biohazard
man. It's
container
really
location.
fun. It's really fun, and then multiplayer now is just gonna get amazingly fun. Okay, yo, my phone, Ollie.
Bro, okay, listen, me and Matt's out here having an argument. It went from who could beat each other up, and then it went from who's faster.
Are you guys actually fighting? Because I don't
No.
want it, my phone. Well, I'm muting this, because this is fucking annoying every 10 seconds. Beep, beep, beep. And can you explain to me why you guys will be in the same fucking party chat, talking in the same party chat, right? All on PlayStation together, but you're still texting on fucking cocksucker Facebook?
Because it's fun.
It doesn't make sense to me when you can just speak.
Resume securing the container once the threat is neutralized. Stop
Ollie,
securing the
jump in
container.
this guy's the Grand Theft Auto game.
Neutralize
What, they can kill you when you're in a mission?
Down to one friendly. Op 4 eliminated all
Yo, if some,
friendlies.
you know you can get people banned for a week? You'll smoke a puff if you want to. He was bitching at you for smoking weed?
But if he's saying he's a blood, he ain't a blood.
Secure the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
Exactly.
Wire deployed.
Well, no, you never do that because then they can hack you and shit like that. Fucking. Yeah, well, he's probably in America.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, well, he's probably in America anyways.
5 seconds.
Loading new magazine!
Duh, that's fucking bullshit.
He's never
How
gotten
old did he
close to
sound?
nobody.
Test ready. Test active.
Right?
Test online.
No doubt, no doubt.
That really don't mean nothing. Anybody can do that.
Fucking, guy's fucking, how old did he sound? Yeah, well, fucking, I guess full shit. I haven't killed somebody. Like, you know.
You should have just threatened to call the cops on him. And see how fast he denies it. Nah, but I would like just threaten it just to see how fast he backs it down from them claims, you know?
Dog, you know how much I don't call the fucking cops, seriously? Is, this guy came, my girlfriend was, I was hanging
No,
out
I'm
at my
not
girl's
saying call
place.
the cops, but like,
I know, you just to sketch him out. Okay, but listen, fucking, this guy, okay, so I guess, something happened, and, oh, Shane Carter again, shows how fucking great he is, and how good of a friend he is. Listen to this, fucking, do you remember, that Chuck guy or whatever, who lived beside Ashley Olette there?
yeah,
Beside the laundromat? No, you don't.
You are being tracked.
I know,
Living up the like, fuck, you don't live here.
I know.
Brandon,
You are
do
being
you
hunted
remember? Did you know the guys? You remember Ashley Olette? Fucking fat
Someone is
bitch
tracking
I was
you
dating.
down.
Yeah, fucking, so she lived at the like beside the laundromat, right? Well, okay, so do you remember her next door neighbor, like, you know, where Wagon used to live in the front, but it was Chuck? His name was Chuck? Okay, yeah, this guy, I guess he's allergic to peanuts, right? And somebody shoved the fucking cocksucking, peanut in his mouth when he was drunk and they didn't know, right? And so fucking, all I hear is people just running out his apartment. Like, don't call the cops, don't even call the cops and then run, like the ambulance and then run. Just run. Leave him to die. Okay, cause like, and then 10 seconds later he's pounding on the door. Ashley, I'm sitting smoking a joint, and fucking Ashley's sitting there fucking,
Op 4 securing the
fucking
container.
sitting in the
Protect
bath.
biohazard container.
I was about to go get my dick sucked, but this guy so I finally opened the door because I looked through the fucking people. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy looks fucked, bro. Like his throat was like everything was swollen out like a Family Guy episode. You know what I mean? Like it was that big. It was so big. It freaked me the fuck out. So I open the door and he falls instantly. He fucking falls flat on his face.
Wait, what happened?
And he's like, peanuts, right? So I'm like, okay. So I called 911, and I didn't know how to fucking get it. So just the ambulance showed up. I did not know what to do. So anyways, so fucking like 7 cop cars, fucking 2 fucking fire trucks, and like 3 ambulances showed up because I had no idea what buttons. I thought you talked to somebody, not press buttons. I didn't know it was like an operating service where you had to press 1 for this, press 2 for that. Like that's not fucking, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's how much I call the cops, man. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I don't know. He says I saved his life. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. But Ashley, it's weird. I kind of almost think I might have because Ashley, well, you know how much of a bitch she was for one, right? And so she's in the bath. You know. She didn't even get out the bath when the fucking ambulance showed up. Okay, like fuck, man. She just didn't care, right? So like, if I wasn't there hanging out watching the kid when she was in the bath, I was about to go get my dick sucked, but like the kid was sleeping, right? And I'm like, you know, fuck it, man. I'm gonna go knock on the bathroom door. This guy ruined my fucking blowjob. Fuck. I'm joking. I don't know. But still, man. So if I wasn't there, the fucking nobody would answer the door. There's nowhere else for him to go. And like he was so fucked up, like he couldn't breathe so bad that by the time I opened the door, he like literally fell face first, like and like landed on his face.
One friendly remaining.
So like how would he have got? Like I guess he could have maybe got out, but I bet he would have sat there knocking on Ashley's door forever. You know?
If you remain
So I
in
don't
this zone,
know.
you will be
He said I
detected by
did. I don't
hostiles.
like
Your
it. I don't want
location
to
has been
that
compromised.
trips me out, bro. Like who does that to
All
somebody?
friendlies were
Like
eliminated.
it's worse than fucking overdosing somebody and running away, you know? Like
Yeah.
all they did was get drunk at his house. I don't even think that they were doing drugs, man. I don't remember doing coke or nothing back then. And no, I don't think we were nothing. And so like they were just drunk, and nobody knew him that well, so they didn't know he was allergic to peanut butter, and somebody shoves a peanut butter cracker in his mouth, and because he was wasted, so wasted he couldn't talk, and they're like, here, you need to eat, and he's like, no, I guess was what everybody eventually told me, but he didn't say he was allergic, he just ate it, and then he just like started swelling up and like gasping, like trying to breathe, and he couldn't, and they all just run away. You know what I mean? Like who does that? That is so fucked up if you ask me. That is like why? You didn't, why? You know what I mean? Huh. Crazy. So Justice don't live around no more, eh? So like, I guess you, but like, who's there to hang out with if I move to if I find a place in Brighton, who's there to hang out with? I don't know. The only person I knew that lived in Brighton, I don't know who lives there and who don't. I don't know where anybody lives no more. It was only Justice because we played Fortnite once in a while. I don't know anybody else if they do or if they don't.
Good work.
Because
Biohazard container has been
everyone
located.
since my building
10
fell down,
seconds before
I only had a
insertion.
car for about fucking 2 weeks less than 6 monks until
Biohazard
yesterday.
container located.
Right?
To its location.
So I've been sitting out here doing nothing, and I haven't kept in contact with many people. Yeah, so I don't know, like, you know basically who I used to hang out with in Colburn and stuff, like, who's all about, who do you hang out with? I think I remember Nick. Who is he again?
Changing mags.
I remember Troy. Nick's the white guy with tattoos.
Targets detected. Second floor.
Oh yeah. He's pretty cool. I thought he had kids and shit. Okay, so like, does he drink? Yeah. Let's get hit. Yo, you should fucking get some fucking booze or some shit and fucking come, you know, I'll grab some too and fucking, you should hang out here for the night or some shit. Fucking, I got, like, even if you bring your PS4, bro, fucking, you can hook your PS4 up in the other room. I don't think that there's enough internet speed,
Last
though.
operator standing.
But we can get drunk, have a fire and shit.
It sounds amazing before you die.
What? Sounds
Alcohol
amazing
and fire
before
never
I
sounds
die.
amazing. Alcohol and fire, not a combination, you know.
It's perfectly fine. I literally grew up, like, almost my entire life fucking having fires. Like, my grandparents owned a trailer park, so I know how to have fires, bro. Me and my buddies used to fucking go and dig holes in the fucking middle of the woods and get shit-faced and fucking have fires that way. I love Wicklow, bro. You know, before the end of summer, you down to have a fire at
All
Wicklow.
friendlies.
Start a different one. Start a new lobby. Blow his car up. Just start a new. Go into the. Well, if you go into the casino, then they can follow you in. But I think unless you're like in a party, I think that you're not with the guy. Because I was creeping a guy out in the casino because I was drunk and bored. I just followed him everywhere he went, and every time he would like notice me behind him, he would move. He thought I was like cheating or something. And so I just followed him around, and then he walked out the door, and I walked out right with him, and he wasn't anywhere to be found when I loaded up. Yeah, so like I think it might switch your lobby up, you know.
Or maybe he just pulled out of there in his car real quick.
This guy's really getting you, eh?
5 seconds to insertion.
Invite him to the fucking chat party.
Op 4 has located the biohazard container.
Nice.
Setting C4. Detonating.
Do you got a friend in there? You can invite anybody you want, bro. Like if your friend, you just like. So fucking drop a grenade out your window. Pop.
Administering aid.
Man, fucking, I'm like 200 and fucking, almost 220 pounds now.
Friendly
Yeah, bro, like,
hostiles eliminated.
holy fuck, how old are you again? 26, yeah, see, I'm 27. So fucking, I couldn't gain weight forever. I was always like a $140, you know, $150, like skinny as fuck, right? But I got off the fucking dope. Like, you know, like, mostly, like, started the program and shit, and, basically, like, I just, like, within, like...
I said mostly.
within, like, a month, man, within, like, a month, or two, I was, like, skyrocketed up to, like, 200 pounds, 200 and whatever pounds. Yeah.
Locate the biohazard container. Nicely done. The biohazard container has been located.
This is what happens when you eat pizza while
5
eating,
seconds to
while
insert.
playing Siege.
Biohazard container located.
You can't play for nothing.
I don't know why that happens. Yeah, a lot of the time I walk out my bedroom, and I'll like, instead of like cutting out, my mic will just turn on. My whole controller will turn on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because you're far away from your PlayStation and you're losing connections, right?
Yeah, but like it shouldn't turn the power off, should it?
It's since your PlayStation has nothing to connect to, so it can't be on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, but they can't hear you really? Like it cuts out like mine. Yeah. Yeah, but your controller's still turned on. I know, dude. I used to do that too, and then just like ever since I moved to this house, I was like, what the fuck are the walls made out of like battery sucking lead or something? Like I couldn't figure it the fuck out. Who's this calm guy? Who's calm? Okay.
Then he like jumped out of his seat to say, "That's me."
That scared me. Is
For
that
real.
Oh,
You don't
is
sound
that
like
your
one.
Brandon?
You sound like a 12-year-old, an obese 12-year-old. I'm gonna be honest.
Cease securing the room. One friendly operator
Is
remains.
that your... So that's your buddy, Brandon? Okay. That's cool. Just wanted to make sure I knew who I was talking to.
Mission successful.
Get in your flying motorcycle.
Oh my god.
But Brandon, now blow up the cars,
Find the
wasting
biohazard
money.
container location.
So, what kind of guns? What? Oh, cause the insurance.
Nicely done. The biohazard container
Oh, so
has
just
been
let them
located.
keep killing. Is it a lot? Yo, fucking what kind of guns does the motorcycle have? Like, does a flying motorcycle have like built-in guns or something?
10 seconds.
It's got rockets. So that's worth it, dog. I'd buy that because somebody starts chasing me around, killing me like they already you. I'd jump in that motherfucking cocksucking thing, fly up in the sky. They wouldn't be able to catch me, and then I'd just rocket the fuck out of them.
Shane, check your phone.
I don't know, do you?
Go check your phone.
I did. I said I don't know, do you?
Ah, man.
Who are you talking about?
2 people in here.
2 of the two? The only one I know is Brandon, the guy that's been in here. I don't know the other 2. What? What the fuck is that gun truck?
Take cover, it's hot! Get clear!
Down to 1 friendly.
Fuck, man. I don't know if I should finish this beer or get in the car, get a bottle of water. Why don't you just stick some C4 to the back of his seat and jump out? You should be able to do that. Does Grand Theft Auto have a fucking fuck, man, it's a fuck's it called, man? I don't know, a fucking battle royale mode. Where are you 2 from? How old are you guys? Oh. Oh, that's your son?
That's your son.
Oh, okay, he's 15. I'm 27, I live down the street from you. I'm 27, I live down the street. Yeah, on Highway 2. Yeah, I'm like halfway between you and Colburn. I was in that building.
Haha, yo in Canada.
Did
I'm in Alabama.
Did they know Justice? Brandon? Well, you know that building that got condemned or like almost fell down in Colburn? What's your name? The lady, the girl? movie, is it? Or calm. That's it. She's still there. Yeah, you know that building? Okay, you know that building that fell down in Colburn? Yeah, I was living there when it did, so I've had to move in with my mom for a bit. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It did, that's for sure, but it's not bad. Like, I don't know, I'm a little too old to be staying with mom, but I finally just got my car.
Go get him, mate. Barbed wire set.
Oh, yeah. My mom's pretty solid. Yeah, true. Yeah, we got a house here. Fucking, I just finally got a car back on the road yesterday. Fucking,
Set barbed wire.
you know Pearl Auto?
Device positioned.
Yo, don't ever go there. Dude, serious? You know what? He almost killed me.
5 seconds.
Yeah. You know. He got.
Biohazard container
Switch
location
your
unknown.
Switch your server. Fucking. So what happened was this. Aereo from him, right? Cost like $3,500, right? My grandmother fucking got it for me because, you know, like I didn't have a car and she was sick of driving me around. And hoping I can find a place to get a job and get the fuck out of here. But so she fucking in less than 6 months, I never crashed, never nothing, just like not like, you know. Anyways, fucking one day I'm driving down the road and it sounds like the I think the strut or something just started, you know, like when you turn it makes that noise, that kind of grindy noise when you turn hard. And it's like the plastic piece or the rubber piece, and you gotta replace it.
Intervene immediately.
Well that happened, and so like, you can usually drive on that for like a couple months, right? Like, you know, but like, so that started happening, and then literally the very next day, I'm getting off the fucking 401, right? And, I fucking literally get off in Colburn, and I was so lucky because the K member went, so basically the wheel fell off, basically. Like, it's still on the car, but it's like, yeah, like, instead of like being like up and down, like flat, right? It's like the top of the wheel is in, like, way underneath the car, and the bottom of the wheel is like sticking out. It's like on the it's like driving on the edge. Like, if I was going like a $120 or faster down the fucking 401, yeah, I would have died, right? My buddy was with me too, and so I had to limp it. I called my grandma to fucking drive behind us back to Pearl Auto, and just from the fucking 401 to Pearl Auto, fucking the whole way, I'm going 10 miles an hour, and it's every time the wheel turns over, the car bounced so hard, my buddy would hit the passenger door, and I'd fucking smash my head off his shoulder over and over and over again. And the guy says, I'm not giving you a dime. Yeah, well, that's basically, yeah, because he gave us a false safety. First of all, the window was cracked. Yeah, and it was under the time. He says, "Oh no, it's been longer than a couple of weeks." I'm like, dude, do you know how it happened? The frame was so rusted that it fucking fell apart. And Suzuki does not make cars anymore, so there's nowhere to find the part for it, right? And so, but he's saying that we didn't get the insurance, so we're like, okay, whatever. Fucking, even though the frame is 6 months, right? At any other part of the car for a safety, you have to find out that it's wrong in what, like 2 weeks or something like that. But the frame is 6 months, right? So I was lucky because I was 2 weeks under. So Umvik came and fucking fined him. I don't know how much, but anyways, he finally ended up giving me. He finally It was a pain in the ass, but he fucking he ripped my grandma off. He played with her head and got her confused because it says in his books and on the thing that
Find the biohazard
he
container
gave
location.
us a discount of $3,500, and which was the price of the old fucking Suzuki. And he even took the car back, and he never gave the money back. And so this new car, he's saying is fucking worth. On paper, it looks like he gave us fucking $3,500 back, but he didn't. And it looks like this car is worth fucking
A
10
lot
grand.
more.
Yeah, it's not. It's worth like 2. It's like a fucking old. It's not even.
It's
new
a
car, you know what I
P20
mean?
Cruiser or whatever,
It's
man.
an 07. It's an 07.
5 seconds to go.
It's an old car.
P20
Anyways, it's an
Cruiser.
old car. It's an old car, man. And fucking so fucking. Like it's nice enough, but like it wouldn't safety. The sway bars are gone, or the sway bars were gone. The fucking rear axle was fucked up, and a couple other things. It cost $700 to get it safety. So he would not cover it. He wouldn't cover it. You know, so he sold. So yet again, he sold a broken car. But we got it fixed up and fucking, you know, but we're gonna go after him for the money.
Down to 1 friendly.
If they'll give it to us, like, you know, like, I told him not to, I told my grandma not to do it because, like, I didn't want to see them get ripped off, but, like, you know, like, whatever, she was just sick of dealing with it. At least we're on the road, at least I'm on the road now, I guess. I don't know. Fuck. It's just crazy. Don't let anybody go there, because I know a person in my grandparents, that my grandparents know, who got a car. They got a car off him, and then their son. She bought one for her son. Within a week, the brake lines went. Yeah, dude. And exactly. And fucking, he told me a story when I bought the car. He's like, oh, I know this car is perfect, blah blah blah. Fucking, oh, one day I sell a car to this woman's son,
Securing the container once the threat is
and not
destroyed.
even a couple hours later he comes back. I don't know how he did this, but the I think he said the drivetrain fell out of the car or some shit. I forget exactly, something weird. I don't know much about cars, but he said it just something that the kid could not have done, especially in a day. You know, like, and he's trying to say it's the kids. You know what I mean? So like, anytime he sells a car to, like, especially to a younger person or an older person, he fucks it up because he's gonna say it's their fault. Yeah, he is the biggest scammers. Don't don't let anybody you know fucking buy a car from him, because he's the biggest scam. Oh my god, dude, you're risking their life and like thousands and thousands of dollars. Fucking crazy. Oh my god. Like, you know how bad I want to go to my grandmother, man. Fucking don't fuck with my grandma.
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room. Op 4 located the biohazard container.
Deploying ADS.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds and counting.
Ooh, la la.
Located the biohazard container.
I'm so bored. I'm making up my own lyrics now.
Oh, sick. I don't know. I think I'm dehydrated. I'm very, very thirsty. All my water's piss ass warm.
Oh.
I know it'll make me puke. I'm drinking a beer right now. I'm drinking a beer though. See, so it's not helping, but I've got to. No, it dehydrates too. I know. So I've got a jug of water in the freezer, taking forever. I might even just drive into town. I've only had a fucking half a beer. I might drive into fucking town and get a bottle of water. Ooh.
Mission failed.
Dying of
Biohazard container was
thirst.
secured by Op 4.
You know what? I'm gonna fucking put a bunch of ice cubes in that friggin' big jug of water while it's in the freezer.
You need to locate the biohazard container.
Oh my god, I just took a big swig of water.
10
It's like,
seconds before insertion.
it's like heroin. God damn, that was good. I'm thirsty. I shouldn't even drink beer yet. I should just chug back the
Location of
block.
biohazard container unknown. Clear to engage.
Fucking hell. So how do you guys know Brandon? Brandon, how do you know these guys? Girls. Your buddy's girlfriend. Oh, sure enough. Who's your boyfriend?
Drone is ready.
Do I know him, Brandon? No. I don't remember. I've got the worst memory. I drink too much beer. I've been prescribed basic Valium since I was a kid. Memory's gone. So Anthony, is that you fighting? Fucking.
Biohazard container located. Protect the bio container.
Who's in that video? Ali.
Securing the container.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Who's in the video that fucking Matthew just put on?
Op 4 eliminated.
That's me and
Friendly
Tony
mission
fighting.
successful.
That's you and who? That's not you.
Yeah, no
Is that
duh.
you or no?
No, man, I'm taller than that.
Oh my god!
You saw someone get tackled, ain't
Yo,
you?
yo, hold on. Shh, don't say nothing. I'm sending this to Brandon. Brandon, do I have you on Facebook? It should. How do I? I'm gonna send you.